Well, after a disastrous morning at Kubapidi, we've managed to make it to the SANT border. About a 4-hour drive of not a lot. There was a couple of cows that we had to slow down for, just sat on the side of the road, but nothing serious. We're actually still on the SA side, and there's a couple of like overnight stops here. So we'll just have a night here in the van and then plod on tomorrow, aiming for Uluru. I'd like to see it at night time and in the morning, so I think if we get there sort of in the afternoon at some point, then it'll be I'll get to do that.
We headed into the national park and discovered all the lookout locations. We completed the short 2-kilometre Marla walk on the northwestern side of Uluru. We entered caves, discovered fine rock art, and arrived at Kanju Gorge, a place that is peaceful and surrounded by vertical walls that create a waterfall after the rains. We visited the cultural centre, where we learnt about the history and the spiritual meaning of Uluru. We parked at the sunset viewing car park around 4 p.m. and relaxed with Uluru as our backdrop. The changing colours as the sun sets is incredible and is definitely a must visit.
Morning. So woke up real early this morning, still dark, which is unusual for me, not so much for Taylor, and headed back into the park today to watch the sunrise over Uluru. It wasn't quite as special as we thought it might be. I think that was just because of the cloud cover. We joined about 300 other people for the same thing, then hung around and had a bit of brekkie in the car park, and now we're on doing the walk around the base of Uluru, so get some shots from different angles, I suppose.
Yeah.
So we're about halfway round, and in the heat of the day now, it's really starting to warm up a little bit. We just passed one of the tours that goes around the base, and overheard one of the tour guides telling the group that Uluru is actually 380 metres high, but geologists reckon it might be between 3 and 6 kilometres deep as well. So it's really only what we're seeing is the tip of the iceberg, so to speak. Right there at the back. I really recommend doing this walk. You just see the Uluru from a completely different perspective. You're at the base of it looking up the whole time, and you see it from different angles. I sort of liken it to, like, you know, everybody's seen pictures of big cities like Paris and London and that, but it's not until you go there that you really see, you know, the uniqueness of it all. And that's the sort of feeling I got from this. So it's a bit of a walk, and there's some shorter walks available, but yeah, definitely give it a go if you're around here. And if you're passing by, 100% stop in and have a look. It's well worth the 230 k's.
We are at Wallupa Gorge. We've just taken a short walk to the lookout. It's only 2.6 k's from the car park return, which is good. It's not too far because the flies are giving us a bit of grief.
But when you get here, it sort of shovels you down towards in between this cathedral-like setting, and you're just surrounded by these two domes either side, and they've got to be a couple of 100 metres high, and they just go straight up. And then when you get to the end, you look back from where you've just walked, and you got this sort of brilliantly framed picture back along the bush and the scrub. We came here hoping that we'd be able to get the drone up a little bit. Obviously, with such enormous features in the park, we kind of want to get some from the air. But like a lot of national parks, they don't allow drones here, and I can understand that now. There's that many people here come to see these places, and almost everybody's got a drone these days, and the last thing you want is 300 giant drones buzzing around and ruin everybody's peace and quiet and disturbing the wildlife and everything else that you get with it. But you can obviously get aerial flights from Uluru, either in a helicopter or in a plane, and they're fully booked up when we got here, so we haven't been able to experience that, but it would be on the list, I'm sure, if we ever come back here again. So
Kit Kat.
cheap plug. Well, just let everybody know we aren't sponsored by Kit Kat. No. This is a rarity. Taylor's driving the rig.
Look out.
Yeah. I'll position myself on my holy fuck bar.
We shared the 200-kilometre drive to the Salt Creek rest area, which was about 110 k's from the Kings Canyon car park. Kings Canyon is in the Wataka National Park. The national park covers 71,000 hectares and is about 450 kilometres from Alice Springs. We started with the Kings Canyon Creek Walk, a 2.6 kilometre return trail. We then continued on to the Kings Canyon Rim Walk, a 6 kilometre round trip with the most difficult part at the start, 500 steep steps to the top of the canyon. Once at the top though, it is relatively easy going. It takes you down into the Garden of Eden and to the edge of the canyon. It took us about 3 hours to complete, with stops for photos, some food and water. There is a longer walk available, an overnighter from Kathleen Springs to Kings Canyon. It's about 22 kilometres and a great experience if you have the right gear. We were so excited for this walk and we absolutely loved it. There was so much wildlife to see and the views were just incredible. We completed the rim walk and began the drive to Alice Springs. We know the rim walk is a long one, but so worth it. We advise to try and go early in the morning or later in the afternoon, but make sure you give yourself plenty of time to complete it. There is so much to see. Thanks for watching guys, stay safe and we'll be back with another video soon.